In a 4-stage compressor, if the pressure at the first and third stage are 1 bar and 16 bar, then the delivery pressure at the fourth stage will be A 1 bar, B 16 bar, C 64 bar, D 256 bar. The correct answer is 64 bar. The compressed air may be used A in gas turbine plants, B for operating pneumatic drills, C in starting and supercharging of IC engines, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. A rocket works with maximum overall efficiency when aircraft velocity is the jet velocity. A equal to B 1/2, C double, D. The correct answer is 1/2. The volumetric efficiency for reciprocating air compressors is about A 10 to 40, B 40 to 60, C 60 to 70, D 70 to 90. The correct answer is 70 to 90. The maximum temperature in a gas turbine is A 200 C, B 500 C, C 700 C, D 1000 C. The correct answer is 700 C. The rotary compressors are suitable for large discharge of air at low pressure. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The stagnation pressure rise in a centrifugal compressor takes place A in the diffuser only, B in the impeller only, C in the diffuser and impeller, D in the inlet guide vanes only. The correct answer is in the diffuser and impeller. The total heat rejected in a reciprocating air compressor is equal to the sum of the heat rejected during polytropic compression per kg of air and heat rejected in the intercooler per kg of air. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. In a jet propulsion, the propulsive matter is ejected from within the propelled body. B. The propulsive matter is caused to flow around the propelled body. C. Its functioning does not depend upon presence of air. D. None of the above. The correct answer is the propulsive matter is caused to flow around the propelled body. An open cycle gas turbine works on the same cycle as that of a closed cycle gas turbine. A. Yes. B. No. C, D. The correct answer is yes. Which of the following statement is wrong? A. In a 2-stage reciprocating air compressor with complete intercooling, maximum work is saved. B. The minimum work required for a 2-stage reciprocating air compressor is double the work required for each stage. C. The ratio of the volume of free air delivery per stroke to the swept volume of the piston is called volumetric efficiency. D. None of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. In a single-acting reciprocating compressor, the suction, compression and delivery of air takes place in of the piston. A. 1 stroke, B. 2 strokes, C. 3 strokes, D. 4 strokes. The correct answer is 2 strokes. The increase in pressure in a vane blower takes place first due to compression and then due to backflow of air. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is correct. The maximum delivery pressure in a rotary air compressor is A. 10 bar, B. 20 bar, C. 30 bar, D. 50 bar. The correct answer is 10 bar. The capacity of a compressor is expressed in A. kg m2, B. kg m3, C. m3 min, D. m3 kilograms. The correct answer is m3 min. Intercooling in multi-stage compressors is done A. to cool the air during compression, B. to cool the air at delivery, C. To enable compression in 2 stages. D. To minimize the work of compression. The correct answer is to minimize the work of compression. For a 2-stage reciprocating compressor, compression from P1 to P3 is with perfect intercooling and no pressure losses. If compression in both the cylinders follows the same polytropic process and the atmospheric pressure is Pa, then the intermediate pressure P2 is given by A P2 P1 P3 2, B P2 P1 P3, C P2 PAX P3 P1, D P2 PA P3 P1. The correct answer is P2 P1 P3. The ratio of work done per cycle to the stroke volume of the compressor is known as A. Compressor capacity, B. Compression ratio, C. Compressor efficiency, D. Mean effective pressure. The correct answer is mean effective pressure. The clearance volume in the compressor is kept minimum because it affects on volumetric efficiency. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is correct. The inlet pressure is always the discharge pressure. A equal to, B less than, C more than, D. The correct answer is less than. Which of the following statement is correct? A. The ratio of the discharge pressure to the inlet pressure of air is called compressor efficiency. B. The compression ratio for the compressor is always greater than unity. C. The compressor capacity is the ratio of work done per cycle to the stroke volume. D. During isothermal compression of air, the work done in a compressor is maximum. The correct answer is the compression ratio for the compressor is always greater than unity. In the aircraft propellers, the propulsive matter is ejected from within the propelled body. B. The propulsive matter is caused to flow around the propelled body. C. Its functioning does not depend upon the presence of air. D. None of the above. The correct answer is the propulsive matter is ejected from within the propelled body. The type of rotary compressor used in gas turbines is of A. Centrifugal type, B. Axial flow type, C. Radial flow type, D. None of these. The correct answer is axial flow type. The volume of air delivered by the compressor is called A. Free air delivery, B. Compressor capacity, C. Swept volume, D. None of these. The correct answer is compressor capacity. The efficiency of a jet engine is higher at A. Low speeds, B. High speeds, C. Low altitudes, D. High altitudes. The correct answer is high altitudes. In axial flow compressor, exit flow angle deviation from the blade angle is a function of A. Blade camber, B. Blade camber and incidence angle, C. Space chord ratio, D. Blade camber and space chord ratio. The correct answer is blade camber and incidence angle. Rotary compressors are used for delivering A. Small quantities of air at high pressures, B. Large quantities of air at high pressures, C. Small quantities of air at low pressures, D. Large quantities of air at low pressures. The correct answer is large quantities of air at low pressures. Work done by a 2-stage reciprocating air compressor per cycle is equal to the work done in LP cylinder and HP cylinder. A. True, B. False, C, D. The correct answer is true. A rotary compressor is driven by an A. Electric motor, B. Engine, C. Either A or B, D. None of these. The correct answer is either A or B. In a centrifugal compressor, an increase in speed at a given pressure ratio causes A. Increase in flow, B. Decrease in flow, C. Increase in efficiency, D. Increase in flow and decrease in efficiency. The correct answer is increase in flow and decrease in efficiency. A large clearance volume in a reciprocating compressor results in A. Reduced volume flow rate. B. Increased volume flow rate. C. Lower suction pressure. D. Lower delivery pressure. The correct answer is reduced volume flow rate. A closed-cycle gas turbine gives efficiency as compared to an open-cycle gas turbine. A. Same. B. Lower. C. Higher. D. The correct answer is higher. Gas turbine as compared to steam turbine. A. Requires less space for installation. B. Has compressor and combustion chamber. C. Has less efficiency. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Intercooling in gas turbines. A. Decreases net output but increases thermal efficiency. B. Increases net output but decreases thermal efficiency. C. Decreases net output and thermal efficiency both. D. Increases net output and thermal efficiency both. The correct answer is increases net output but decreases thermal efficiency. When the temperature of air leaving the intercooler in a two-stage compression with intercooler is the original atmospheric air temperature, then the intercooling is known as perfect or complete intercooling. A. Equal to. B. Less than. C. More than. D. The correct answer is equal to. The actual volume of air delivered by a compressor when reduced to the normal temperature and pressure conditions is called compressor capacity. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is no. The compression ratio in a gas turbine is A. 4. B. 1. C. 9. D. 12. The correct answer is 1. Intercooling in compressors results in saving of power in compressing given volume of air to a given pressure. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. Only rocket engines can be propelled to space because A. They can generate very high thrust. B. They have high propulsion efficiency. C. These engines can work on several fuels. D. They are not air-breathing engines. The correct answer is they are not air-breathing engines. The maximum combustion pressure in gas turbine is as compared to IC engine. A. More. B. Less. C. D. The correct answer is less. An aftercooler is used to A. Remove impurities from air. B. Reduce volume of air. C. Cause moisture and oil vapor to drop out. D. Cool the air. The correct answer is cause moisture and oil vapor to drop out. High air-fuel ratio in gas turbines. A. Increases power output. B. Improves thermal efficiency. C. Reduces exhaust temperature. D. Do not damage turbine blades. The correct answer is reduces exhaust temperature. The ratio of the volume of free air delivery per stroke to the swept volume of the piston is known as A. Compressor efficiency. B. Volumetric efficiency. C. Isothermal efficiency. D. Mechanical efficiency. The correct answer is volumetric efficiency. If P1 is the pressure of air entering the LP cylinder and P2 is the pressure of air leaving the LP cylinder or intercooler pressure, then the ratio of cylinder diameters for a single acting two-stage reciprocating air compressor with complete intercooling is given by where D1 dia of LP cylinder and D2 dia of HP cylinder. A. D1 D2 P1 P2. B. D1 D2 P1 P2. C. D1 D2 P2 P1. D. None of these. The correct answer is D1 D2 P2 P1. The ratio of the indicated power to the shaft power or brake power of the motor or engine required to drive the compressor is called A. Compressor efficiency, B. Volumetric efficiency, C. Isothermal efficiency, D. Mechanical efficiency. The correct answer is mechanical efficiency. The increase in pressure in a Roots blower is entirely due to backflow of air. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. The type of rotary compressor used in aeroplanes is of A. Centrifugal type, B. Axial flow type, C. Radial flow type, D. None of these. The correct answer is axial flow type. An axial compressor gives optimum performance at high speeds and large volume flows. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. In a reciprocating air compressor, the compression work per kg of air A. increases as clearance volume increases, B. decreases as clearance volume increases, C. is independent of clearance volume, D. increases as clearance volume decreases. The correct answer is independent of clearance volume. The degree of reaction in an axial flow compressor is defined as the ratio of static enthalpy rise in the A. rotor to static enthalpy rise in the stator, B. stator to static enthalpy rise in the rotor, C. rotor to static enthalpy rise in the stage, D. stator to static enthalpy rise in the stage. The correct answer is rotor to static enthalpy rise in the stage.